Hello friends of the Podisode. We are in leafy Great Missenden today.
So I'm taking pictures.
Alex is taking pictures of that bad boy you can see in the distance.
With the longest lens in the world.
That's the reason why we're miles away. It's the new Citroen DS4. What Citroen is terming as their own niche buster, because it's kind of like a jacked up, Alex, you might need to help me with this one. It's not a hatchback.
It's, well,
but it's not a coupe.
Yeah,
it's kind of both.
We showed a video, and the exterior designer said in perfect French, because he is French, that it is neither a coupe nor a hatchback. So I'm a little bit confused about what it actually is, because it's got all the good bits of a hatch. It looks-ish like a stylish coupe, but it's got the right height of a sort of demi crossover. Tell you what, pod friends, let's go and drive it.
Now, because of that silly run that Alex just did, I've decided that I'm going to drive the Citroen DS4 first. So we are in the 2 litre, 163 horsepower diesel unit. Basically, there's going to be a diesel, and there's diesel and petrol derivatives available, but diesel is said to account for 70%, a massive 70% of sales in the UK, which are only going to be around the low thousands units.
Yeah, but they say they're going to sell like 40,000 in Europe altogether, and I don't think that's true. I think they're going to take off a little bit, like the DS3 did, because the DS3 is wildly gone over their estimates.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk very briefly about the driving experience. Basically, the proposal that they've pitched about DS4 is that it's not a coupe because it has much more practicality. It's not a 4x4 because it's more compact. It's not a hatchback because it's more versatile and more stylish.
Coupe-ish.
Coupe-ish, yeah. And I think the same thing really, in terms of that mashup of styles, can be applied to the driving experience, because this engine, for example, is brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great engine.
It's very, very revvy. It goes to about 4,500 RPM. Very linear in its power delivery. There's no sort of surge at all that you get in some other like older school diesels. Yeah. So it's very nice to drive. But then you've got things like the steering, which doesn't give you that much feel. It's very, very light. It's very electric-y, so quite artificial. Yeah. Gearbox again, you've got. I mean, it's not too bad. We've tested worse Citroen boxes, to be honest. Yeah. But there is a little bit of travel in it. Then, I mean, the most noticeable things I found as soon as I got into this car were the clutch. The bite point is incredibly high, and also the clutch action itself is very elastic. It feels very artificial and just heavily sprung. And the brakes feel very over-servoed, very high as well. A bit Seat-ish. A little bit Seat, not as grabby as the Seat, but in terms of retardation, you don't even have, a millimetre of bite just to sort of let you feel the brake pedal. I mean, as soon as you step on the pedal, you're on, you're braking. So that takes a little bit of getting used to.
Right, from an interior design point of view, we've got these cool little things, because they say that Citroen says, oh yes, it's got a panoramic roof, which it has, as you can see here. You've got your flappy thing there, it's right in John's eye line, which is really convenient. But there is a reason for this. Don't headbutt it.
No, I was just checking for versatility. What? I like this bit though.
Yeah, and what you can do is you can slide it forwards if it's a bit too bright for you, and then block John's eye line even more while he's driving. But no, that's really cool. I really like that. What else do I like? Yeah, there's a cool little feature here in the grab handles on the doors are embossed. I don't know if you can see it, with DS on it and the DS logo, which I think is really quite cool. It's a neat little touch that sort of makes the whole thing feel a little bit more special, because that's the idea behind the DS4, is that it's a special hatch. So you've got leather touches here. This is all big, soft touch plastic. It's a one-piece sculpted dash, which is either very clever and very nice, or a nice way of saying we found a really good mould. But yeah, there's loads of nice touches. The seats are comfortable, perforated leather, all that nonsense. We have heated seats here, which are quite cool. Then we have lumbar support, and my favourite, the massage function, which sort of kneads into your back quite a bit, which is quite lovely, really. The instrument pod, as you can see, it's lit up with sort of blue hue.
In the rear, because it's a coupe, but it's not, because it's got 5 doors, you've got 2 sets of windows in the back there that are pretty big.
And neither of them move.
the move. They're fixed windows because it's quite an aggressive window line on it.
Yeah.
But they don't have any sort of opening functions, and as a rear passenger, that would annoy me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the fact that I wouldn't, you know, I probably wouldn't use them, to be honest, but it's just knowing that you can't.
Yeah.
Is the more annoying thing. And if you,
so here's what you could have won: some fresh air.
If you show them the back windows, Alex.
Yeah. They are quite large.
They're big. They're big windows.
That scouse oaf said I could drive, and he's trapped me. Look, there's forestry. I can't get out.
Come on, it's fine. The doors are really easy because they're lighter and shorter.
Yeah, but I'm not in private eye. You mother flipper. Right, give me some space.
All right.
There's like 2 inches of room. Okay, and I don't usually need that, but you know. So, oh, why? Uncool, Quirk. Uncool. Right. Okay, I'm getting into the driver's seat. Screw you. For its audience, which is someone who doesn't quite know what they want, I'm loving the high ride, the tall ride height, because you can see quite a bit more than you can in other cars in its non-existent class. You know, like Focuses and Golfs, which are quite low down in them. Everything does feel very well made, very high quality, which is a great thing for Citroen. And they were saying in the press conference that the DS sub-brand has given them an improved brand image, so people are actually starting to see Citroen in a positive light, rather than just the French manufacturer that makes Saxos out of spit and hope and offers massive discounts. Because with this sub-brand, especially with the DS sub-brand, they can afford not to, because there is a market for them, and the DS3 has wildly outsold what they thought it was going to. The DS4, I can see that happening. As long as there are enough 40 to 50-year-old men with active lifestyles and about 60 grand income in a household.
A wheel shot.
Wheel shot.